Hello and welcome to this week's Have I Got News For You, where the debate continues to rage as to whether canned laughter is a good idea or not. Some of you say yes, some say no, but don't worry, the producer is taking it all in his stride. Will we use it this week? Well, as Silvio Berlusconi might say to an 18-year-old female acquaintance, why not suck it and see? In the news this week, the eldest son of the Duke of Ribblesdale finally discovers a way of overcoming his severe allergy to horses. The Parliamentary Fees Office fails to anticipate demand as they publish the list of expenses for which MPs can still claim for. And in the North East, there's a less than positive reaction from the fans as application forms for season tickets are sent out by Newcastle United. So, on to the big story of the week, the election of the new Speaker of the House of Commons. Well, it was either that or the ridiculous price of strawberries at Wimbledon. The Tory MP for Buckingham, John Bercow, is the new Speaker, and as The Sun pointed out, he is the youngest Speaker in modern times. Here he is, with his proud parents. Mr Bercow is disliked by the majority of his own party, having made the journey from being very right-wing to flirting with the Labour Party, so, not that much of a journey then. In his victory speech, Mr Bercow described himself as the clean-up candidate, at which point one Tory MP asked how much he charged for a moat. In his victory speech, Mr Bercow referred to his diminutive stature, saying, "I'm only a little chap." Now, of course, Have I Got News For You isn't in the business of making cheap jokes about a person's height. But this is Have I Got News For You, Ian's not here, and he can't work a computer, so he won't be watching. So let's go for it. Here's a delightful picture of John Bercow on his wedding day. As we can see, he's married above himself, literally. And it doesn't help when you've booked Britain's tallest vicar, either. According to the editorial in The Times, John Bercow's election will either be a triumph or it will be a disaster. It went on, he may overdo it or he may underdo it. The Times there, telling it like it is, or like it isn't. John Bercow is a Tory MP who's loathed by the Tories, while Gordon Brown is a Labour MP, marking the second anniversary of becoming Prime Minister. See, doesn't time fly when you're enjoying yourself? In an exclusive interview with The Guardian, he admitted, "I'm not the greatest communicator, but perhaps he's being too hard on himself." Let's see him in action.
It is a process of setting the rules standards that will make the global economy work.
Seamless. Nobody noticed a thing. And here's another example of Gordon Brown's exceptional communication skills.
Instead, transparency, integrity, responsibility, good housekeeping, cooperation across borders.
According to The Guardian, Gordon Brown revealed one possible alternative to a career in politics. "I could walk away tomorrow and become a teacher." Well, I'd be careful if I were you, Gordo. Teaching isn't like politics. If you get stabbed in the back in a school, you've probably actually been stabbed in the back. Let's turn to something rather more thrilling. The return of the missing word challenge first, though, I'm afraid, which gives you the opportunity to provide a funny suggestion for the word that's missing from one of the week's headlines. This week's headline is, "As Wimbledon gets underway, spectators complain that what is spoiling their enjoyment?" The suggestion we hate the least will be revealed in next week's Have I Got News For You. And remember, there's everything to play for, except a prize. And I leave you with news that, after denying claims that he lacks the dignity and gravitas to be the Speaker of the House, the newly elected John Bercow celebrates his victory. At Windsor Rowing Club, there's laughter all round when one visitor to the changing room makes a joke about the cocks being so small. Outside the Top Gear studio, amid feverish excitement, the famous helmet is finally removed to reveal the true identity of the Stig. And at the Hay-on-Wye Book Festival, there's a shock for one author when he double-checks a list of names and discovers one woman he hasn't slept with. Goodbye.